Hey everybody, Red October here. Today is Thursday. I think it's June the 9th, I think. Just quick message I want to tell you guys. I did another video, but I'm going to make this one short. And that is just, in this day and age with all the stuff going on in the world, things that we have no control of, and the way that we're seeing the world go, most of that stuff is out of our control. What you can do is you can install values and traditions and concepts in your kids' lives now, and hopefully some of it or most of it will carry over throughout their life and onto their kids and so forth. You just have to make your life count here on earth, because you never know what tomorrow holds. And I know most of you guys already know that, but I think it's good to hear reminders from time to time that this life will end and we'll be gone, and there will be another generation after us making their way, who will basically rule the city, county, state, this country, this world that we live in. And like it or not, what you see out there, some of it's disturbing, some of it's just a letdown. Some of it saddens me, as I'm sure it does you, with seeing the way things are now. Crimes being committed and punishment going unpaid for, because everybody has an excuse in this world. Everything offends everybody, so we have to be nice and accommodate everybody, right? So that's the world we live in, it seems like. I'm not saying give up. I'm just saying that do your best, live your life, and protect your family. And I know there comes a time in everyone's life, or a moment where you're just like, there's a line I just don't cross, and I refuse to cross it, even if it means me going down. Stick to those values. Stick to your guns, whatever you want to call it. This life matters to you, and you lead by example to your kids, your family, and hopefully those decisions are the right ones that impact you and your family in a good way. Because you have to stand for something, right or wrong. If other people see it right or wrong, you have to make this life count. And making this life count isn't always going to be viewed as popular or agreed by everybody else. But again, it is your life. It is your family. And it is something that you're going to leave, hopefully, by as a legacy to your kids that they're going to remember. And it's hard as parents keeping up in this day and age with the technology and the exposure and all the choices these kids have nowadays. We're growing up. People my age and older didn't have as many choices. We didn't have the opportunities these kids have. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because not everybody should have the same privileges or the same choices as people that really work hard toward those things. You work hard in school, your grades are high, you're awesome. You should deserve to go to college. You shouldn't go to college just because you're poor, you're a minority. And I guess people would consider me a minority because I'm Hispanic. But I don't see myself like that. I see myself as an American citizen, all right, a Texan first before I see anything else. But if I want to be a manager, if I want to be a doctor, if I want to be a police officer, whatever the case may be, I have to work hard toward that. I know that. So whatever it is you want in life, you have to work hard for. And that's what you need to teach your kids. Because you're facing against this world and all of its technology and all of the stuff that we see nowadays, which is overwhelming. It really is, when I think about it. That it's, old way of life, old world order, whatever you want to call it. The old way of life is dying. The old way of life is fading away. And I don't think we have much time here in this country to hold on to those values, because I see things changing at a rapid pace. I don't know if it's all good. I'm not here to judge, but I know that things that fall in line with the Bible, things that fall in line with the Constitution, those things are at jeopardy. Those things are going to be lost one day, because the way this country is moving, those values in the Bible, those values in the Constitution, they have to change in order for this new generation, this new way of thinking to function, because they're creating this world that those two things, the Constitution and the Bible, do not fall in line with their agendas. And that one day, I'm afraid, will be affected. I'm not going to say it's going to be lost, maybe not in my lifetime, but it's being impacted, no doubt. And that's something that is sad. It really is. Because everything offends everybody in this world, and people come from other countries. They want to fly their flag from that other country that they came from, which makes no sense to me. They want to scream that the word God offends me. Somebody wearing an American flag or USA offends them. Hanging a flag outside offends me. Okay, this is America. Anyway, guys, our country's changing, like it or not, and people wonder why folks want to move out to the country. People wonder why folks want to become preppers or move out and be secluded from the world. Because that world has changed so much that it's hard for many to adapt and say, I will not accept this new world. I will not. I'm sorry, but if it means checking out and living in the wilderness and living my own life, living by my own values, because people keep coming here and wanting to change it. And the politicians, they're not going to stand up for you and I. They're not going to say, hey, if you come to this country, these are the rules, these are the Constitution, these are the values. If you want to stay here, you have to adapt and accept those. You can still practice your religion. It's still freedom of speech. But don't say, I'm offended. Because if you're offended, go back to your country. Anyway, that's all I got. Red October out.